In this video, I'm going to show you how to create Google Ads for your restaurant. We're going to cover one of the Google Ads method to get you more clients for your restaurant. This exact method generated so many customers to multiple restaurant partners we work with. And by the end of the video, I'll share with you some of the important tips and strategies that will make your Google Ads super profitable. So don't miss it out. And by the way, my name is Ahmad. I'm one of Omni restaurant marketing experts. So let's get started. First of all, this is the Google Ad page here. So if you do not know how to access this page, go on Google and then search Google. Either you search Google Ads here, or so with Google Ads you can click the first page here, ads.google.com, or you can open a new page, click all these apps, and then access it from here, Google Ads. So both of these methods will take you to the same place. Okay, what you need to do is you need to sign into your Google account. So make sure you click sign in here, and then new Google Ad account if you do not already have a Google account. So just simply click new Google Ad account. If you already have a Google Ad account, you should be able to access this page when you enter the Google Ad account. Or if you do not have a new account, when you click create new ad account, it will ask you for some information. After you submit this information, it should take you to this page right here. By the way, this is a very old ad account. I'm just using it as an example. So the first thing that we do when we create a new campaign is click here this button, create. So when you create a new campaign, you'll have a lot of different objectives. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna choose one of them. But before we choose one of these objectives that we're gonna start with, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the strategy or the best strategy that we need to run ads by. So with Google Ads, you can get people to actually come to your store, visit your store. That's one objective. Another one is to get more online orders. And the best ad for that is the search ad. When people are searching for a specific food or like the food that you offer, you get people to actually order online. Or if you have a coupon, there are a lot of different ones you can use. You can use YouTube ads, you can use display ads, you can use search ads. I'll show you how to create all of these. You can do catering, and the best one for catering is search ads. The best objective for that. The last one here is awareness. You can just tell people that your restaurant is here. So the campaign that I'm going to go with on this video is the sales campaign. So I'm going to choose the campaign where I want to get more people to order from my website or order from my online ordering system. If your online ordering system is not controlled by you, so you do not have an ordering option on your website, what you can do is create a landing page that has a button. So when people click on this button, it will take them to the place where they can order. You can track the number of people that clicked on this button, but you definitely cannot track how many people actually order if you do not have control over your online ordering website. But a lot of times, if you are using a third party, you can just give them the Google Ad conversion code. I'll show you how to do that. They will be able to add it to your website. So every time someone purchases, you will see it on the analytics. So let's start with sales. So we want to get more people to purchase our food online. Okay. So now it's here we have a phone number. So like people can like phone number lead, which is not the right goal that we want to create. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click add goal, and then we're gonna go here, choose one of the goals that we need to add. So when I click add goal here, I do not find any of these to be the ones that I'm looking for when it comes to my getting people ordering online. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click duplicate on this page, okay, and I'm gonna click X. So I'm gonna leave this page. It should take me to my main page. So on the main page, I'm gonna click goals, and here I have all these goals summary. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click create conversion action, and I'm gonna choose website. So I want to get people to order online on my website. So start with adding the domain of your restaurant. So like whatever domain, let's say your restaurant is called like the best burger place in the US. So just add the domain of your website, and then here it should tell you to add a conversion action manually. So you'll be able to add the conversion action that you want. Just loading just a second. So you will choose the category. What do you want this category to be? Like what kind of an action this is. And of course, you want to start with purchase, and then name the conversion action online ordering. Okay, and here you can add a value. So every time someone purchases on your website, you can add a value, or you can like leave it to $1. So there is no specific value. All you need to do is create done. And here it is asking you like, so every time someone like purchases, do you want to consider this as a conversion, or like once in their life? So I would say every time someone purchases, this is considered as a conversion. So here I'm going to click save and continue. So now you have two different codes that you need to add. The first one here, this code every time the page loads, which means on the thank you page, after someone finishes the purchasing process, on the thank you page you need to add this code. So just give it to the website developer you have, or the online ordering system that you are working with. So every time someone purchases, you can just add it here. So just copy this code and send it to them. There's an option where you can email it to them as well, like email instruction to webmaster. So all you need to do is add their email and tell them like, I'm going to send you an email with all the instructions. It's super simple, super easy. That's what you can do. Or use tag manager. There's an option where you can actually add it yourself. So it's as simple as that. It's nothing crazy. Just email it to the web developer if you are not the web developer yourself. So and then click done. You should be fine. So because I did not add an actual website, I'm just creating this as an example here for this for the sake of this video. So here it's telling me this is inactive, so it's not working. In case it shows you this is inactive while you created the right one, or like you put the website and everything is right, just click troubleshoot and you should be able to fix it. Super easy. So here's the conversion action, purchase online ordering, as we named it. Now I'm gonna go back to my first page here. I'm gonna click refresh. So I'm gonna choose sales again, and here I have the online ordering, and I want to remove this goal. So now every time someone purchases, this is a sales campaign. So I'm gonna click continue, and then I'm going to choose the type of campaign. There are different types of campaigns that you can create. You can create the Performance Max, which is a type of a campaign where Google will put your ads on all the Google platforms that you can run ads on, like search, YouTube, Gmail, display, a lot of different places. Or you can choose search, or demand generation, like on YouTube Shorts, on Gmail, Discovery, these kind of places. Video, this could be on YouTube. Display, that's like on the side when you enter websites. And then shopping, when people search for something, they can do like they can click shopping. I would say for the sake of this campaign, we're gonna choose the search one. Okay, so we're gonna click search. And how do people like reach the goal? Mainly by the website here, and then you need to put your website URL. I'm gonna click continue. Let's name this campaign test 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the name of the campaign does not matter whatsoever, so name it anything you like. Then I'm gonna click continue. So now here, what do you want to focus on? There's conversion and there's conversion value. So do you want to get as many people purchasing on your website, or do you want to get people to purchase on your website with a specific number? For example, you want people to purchase food of like $30 plus. So you can choose. And then we have two other options, which are clicks and impression share. I would say these are not relevant for this campaign, but I would at the beginning start focusing on conversions. And then I'm not gonna set a target cost per action. So when you set a target cost per action, so you'll be like, you know what, every time, like, I do not want to get a purchase that's gonna cost me more than $5. Okay, you can do that. When you're starting a new campaign, don't play with these settings. Okay, just leave it the way it is. Okay. Here, if you have a big list of customers, if you have collected your customers' data, you can upload it. So you can tell Google, you know what, I want to get new customers only. I don't want to bring in my old customers. I do not want my ads to be shown to my old customers. But I'll assume that you are new to Google Ads, and I would assume that you did not collect customers' data, which is something very important. And I highly recommend that every single restaurant does that. Okay, so we're just gonna simply click next. Then now we have a lot of different options. This is where it gets really interesting. So the first one is, do you want your ads to be displayed on Google search partners, so like other search networks? I would say I would keep it. Do you want your ads to be displayed like they're like the display network, like all these websites that have like ads on them and all that? I would not put it for the search campaign. For other campaigns, probably. For a search campaign, not really. Even if it's going to recommend that we do it, it's going to lower the cost per acquisition, lower the cost to get one customer. That's fine. Well, we do not want to focus on that. Okay, this is not a good choice when it comes to this kind of search campaign. That's from my experience. Probably other people have different experiences. So here, when it comes to selecting a location, so you can go all locations and like all countries, all places. Of course not, because you are a local restaurant, so you want to focus on a specific location. So before we click this option, we need to click this option. Okay. Before we add the address, we need to click location option. So here, people interested in this place. So like if you can add your address or your country, people will be it will show the ad to the people that are interested in your place, and that is not a good choice. Okay, because you do not want people, let's say like someone in elsewhere in another country is so interested in learning more about the US or Canada or like a UK or whatever country you are in, and the ad would be shown to them. You do not want that. What you want is the ad to be shown to the people that are regularly in this location that you're gonna include. So people either work there or regularly visit this place or they already live there. So that this is a very important option to choose. Then we're gonna click advanced search because we're gonna add another location. So what you want to do is you can either add the address, like the location of the place that you are, like the location of your restaurant, and then here we have radius. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find like an address of any restaurant, and I'm gonna choose it. Just give me 1 second. So I just chose this random address for a restaurant in New York. Don't worry about it. Like this is just for the sake of this video. We're not gonna be targeting or not gonna be creating ads for. We're not gonna be creating ads for this restaurant, but we're just using it for the sake of this video. So you can choose. So first you can choose the like radius. Like what is the radius around that place you want to choose. So what I'm gonna do is, if I'm gonna go with miles or kilometer, it's up to you, whichever one you want. With miles, especially if your restaurant is not a unique concept. So let's say people who are offering like specific type of pastries that everyone is so interested in, and people are willing to travel far places like or far distances to reach that place where they can try these like pastries. Yes, you can do like big radius, but if your restaurant is like a burger restaurant or tacos or stuff like food that are kind of common, I would not make the radius really big. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna go with miles. I'm gonna choose probably maximum like 5 mile radius. I'm gonna click here. One other factor that we need to pay attention to is if your restaurant is in downtown. A lot of times people in downtown areas do not have cars or do not like driving around. So people want to go like walking distance or they take some like bus or something like very short ride. So people do not like driving a lot. So if you are in a downtown area, choose a smaller radius. If you are in another like in a city that is like not or like in the sides of the city or like suburb or like these kind of places, you do not want to like you want to make the radius a little bit larger. In downtown areas, don't make it too big. Okay, so again, 5 mile radius for New York City, this is actually way too big. Okay, so but I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I would say 1 to 3 miles that would be ideal. Okay, I'm gonna click save. Okay, then I'm gonna scroll down languages. I'm gonna choose English only. All right, if you want to choose other languages, feel free to do that. Um, I'm not gonna play with the audience segment for now. This is just a search campaign. For this kind of campaign, sometimes it's needed to add segments, sometimes it's not. And in this case, honestly, it should be fine because you're gonna be targeting specific keywords. Okay, I'm gonna use keywords match type, so I'm gonna tell you what that means in just a second. So if you click more setting, so the setting here is start and end date. Should you add an end date to your campaign? I do not think that you should do that. Okay. Here, add schedule. If you're a restaurant, um, with the ad schedule, now with the ad schedule, when do you want your ads to be shown? So I would say look at your POS system. Okay. So look at the where like the peak hours of your like when people order your food the most. So I would add it like 1 or 2 hours before that and one or 2 hours after that. So I would say dinner time, lunchtime, of course, unless you're a breakfast restaurant, we're talking in the morning. So I would add timing if you find this necessary and helpful to your restaurant. So add specific times. So you can choose specific days and times. For example, you're not busy like on the weekdays, so I would run ads on specific like weekdays, or I would run my ads on weekends. So it depends on your situation. Every situation is different. That's why a lot of times when we work with the clients, we create our own assessment. So we look at their like system, we look at their sales, we look at what they do, and then we make adjustments based on the data that we have. Okay. Other than that, if you want to keep it the way it is, you can. That's absolutely fine too. And then you're gonna click next. Now, this is a tool by Google. This is relatively new, which is an AI tool that will help you write your ads. So all you need to do is just put the URL of your website, or you can click skip. And in this case, I'm just gonna click skip. Okay. Um, Here you can start with the keywords. So what keywords your target customers are searching for. So this is something very important. The keywords you should choose for every ad group should match each other. So because the keywords that you're gonna have should match the ad that you create and should match the landing page that you have. So make sure all the keywords give similar meanings. So for example, I'm gonna go with like the best pizza in New York, the tastiest pizza in New York, or like the best pizza place in New York. These keywords have very similar meaning. So when I write my ads, they would give similar meanings. You do not want to add different keywords that have different meanings, different intentions, or like different buying intent. You don't want to do that. And keep in mind with Google Ads, the buying intent is super important. So there are specific keywords that people will search for, and these people are actually looking to buy. Okay, make sure you keep that in mind. This is crazy important. But how do you get these keywords? I'll show you in just a second. Go back to your Google Ads page here. Um, Click Tools, and then choose Keyword Planner. Okay, it's as simple as that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click Discover New Keywords, and then I will choose your location or your address. I'm gonna write here like New York. Okay, this is New York City, and then I'm gonna click Save. Then let's say I'm running ads for let's say a pizza restaurant. I'm gonna write best pizza near me. So here I have best pizza near me keyword. It has 10 to 100,000 searches every single month. Okay. If you are running, or if you're already running ads on this account, you will find the exact numbers. So now I have a lot of keywords that give the similar meaning here. And so now I have a lot of keywords that give similar meanings. For example, best pizza deals near me and best pizza near me. These are two different keywords because here people are focusing on offers, okay, versus here people are focusing on the best pizza place. Okay, these give different meanings. We need to pay attention to that. Okay, so good pizza near me. This matches this keyword matches the best pizza near me. What you can do is click here. It will rank the keywords from the highest search to the lowest search. Okay, so best pizza restaurant near me. I'm gonna click select all the keywords that give the similar meaning or give similar meaning to the best pizza near me. Best pizza close to me. This is also good. Pizza near me best. Okay, sure. Nearest pizza place by me. Not really because people here are focusing on the closest place, not necessarily the best pizza near me. Best pizza near me. This is good. Um, good pizza close to me. Okay, good pizza near me. So these are pretty good. I know these are 7 keywords. I would recommend we add 10 to 15 if we can. So what you can do is click here 30. So you will see more pizza place nearby. Not really. Affordable pizza. No. Pizza restaurant close to me. Not very close. They do not give the same meaning here. So I'm going to copy these words. By the way, these keywords, they do have pretty good search volume. Again, if you are running ads, you will see the exact number. But because we are not running ads on this account, as I said, this is an old account, so you can actually like get the exact number. But these are pretty good. Anything between like 10 to 100, this is good, or like 1 to 10 is also pretty good. So top here is telling us how much will it cost us to get 1 click. Again, this is just an estimation between 80 cents to $3.60, or like 89 cents to 3.60. That's fine. Don't worry about it. We can tell that the competition is very low, so that's pretty good. Okay. I mean slow. I don't know if it's very low or not. So we're gonna go back to our campaign here that we are creating. Then we gonna click paste. So what we did is we selected these keywords, we click copy, and then we're gonna paste these keywords. Now, if you leave these keywords like this is broad match. So if you click here, it is going to tell us that if you keep the keyword by itself, it's going to be broad match. So there's a possibility that your ad will be shown to people that search for probably completely different keyword, but probably has similar words. That it has like the word pizza. Probably people searching for how to make pizza at home, which is not something you want. Phrase match, so that here the exact phrase. So for example, if people search for like these words will be switched. Like if people switch the words inside this keyword. By the way, I know these are 4 words, but this is considered as a keyword. Okay. And then we have exact match. For the exact matches, you want to run your ads for people who are searching for this keyword exactly. Okay. So I would say if you are starting new, make sure you choose a phrase match. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put these uh, colons here. So now I have all these keywords right here. These are phrase match keywords. So now I'm going to scroll down to write my ads. So the first thing is the final URL. Where do you want people to order your food? Do not just add your website. Add the exact place where people can order. So here you want to add the least number of steps possible when you are adding your URL. So exactly where people can order your food. So not your website, not the main page of your website, because people don't care about that. People care more about the actual place where they order. So remember, people are searching for best pizza near me. You want to give them what they are looking for. So now I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to go to writing these headlines. So first of all, I wanna make sure I fill all of these dots, and I want to make sure to have the ad strength to be at least good, at least. Okay, these headlines we want to make sure that we have words that are, or like we have the keywords that we added on the headline, because remember, people are searching for this. So when they read something matches whatever they are searching for, they're a lot more likely to click. Remember, on the ad, you are selling the click. You are getting people to click. That is something very important. So we're gonna click Google. We're gonna add a good pizza near me. So we're gonna add good pizza near me. That's the first one here. You see, this dot is full now. Best pizza restaurant near me. If we add it here, that is also good. And now we need to add like more headlines. So we need to fill these as much as we can. I would recommend fill all of them. I think there are 16. There are 16 headlines, 16 or 15 headlines. So make sure you fill them up completely. Okay. Um, and then here, make sure there are headlines that should be unique, and we need to add some descriptions and unique descriptions. So this method is for people who do not have past experience in creating Google Ads. So these are very basic methods that you can use, but they are also effective. So first, click on View Ideas. So here it is telling us that we need to have a call to action, we need to have promotional phrases, and trust phrases. If you remember, we need to focus on the strategy. So the strategy here is to get people to order online, order now. We can write more of these. So just take some of these here, or click more ideas. Quick delivery could be applicable. Then we're gonna click save. So now we have a few more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all of these keywords, and I'm gonna go on ChatGPT. So I'm gonna tell ChatGPT, act like a Google ad expert for the next task that I will give you. So now ask ChatGPT, write me Google Ads headlines, Google Ad headlines for my restaurant that targeting these keywords, and keep the headlines 30 characters max. So all of these are different headlines that we can use. So best pizza near you, we can add it here. Okay, so do you see this one is getting filled? Top pizza spot near you. So do you see these are all filled? But as we said, we need to, these are all filled, of course, except the description because we did not write it yet. So of course, just make sure that that we fill up every single thing. Remember, this is a beginner's method to write your Google Ads. There are a lot of advanced methods that we use. Trying to make this video as simple as possible for anyone to create Google Ads for their restaurants. So pizza lovers, come here. Or like, not this one's not the best local pizza. Uh, we can add more unique ideas. So let's see if we have any updates here. Remember, you need to keep them 30 characters max. Best Buy around you. Okay, so now we have all of these headlines, but the strength is incomplete until we add descriptions. We're going to go back to ChatGPT and we're going to tell ChatGPT, write me descriptions. Okay, so you see the descriptions are filled up. Just need two more because we want to add more here. So now we have all the descriptions. Okay, what we need to do now is add images. If you have images of your food, just add them here. Click add images. Click upload here. You go on the upload. So after you click add images, go to the, and then you can upload images from your computer. Okay, that's one method. Or you can do AI generated images. So just type the description of the images that you want and it should generate you images. Also another one, which is site links. These are different links from your website that you can add. For example, about us, other pizza options, catering options. So stuff like this that could be relevant to your ad. So all you need to do is add site links here, and then click create, and then add the site link. So add the text here at the top. Okay, so you see these are the site links. For example, here I'm gonna write fast or like free delivery. Okay, so now I have free delivery right here, and then you write the descriptions, 20 minutes delivery. And also we have callout extension. So the callout extension, for example, here, fresh cut fries, tornado potatoes, callout extensions. Okay, we can add as many of them as we want. So all you need to do is click no callout and then write a bunch of them here. Now we can add a phone number, which I highly recommend. And then you add, I recommend that you add a phone number, add prices if you want promos, but I would say add the location and the phone number. This is something very important. If you have an app, add an app, but you do not have to. So try to add as many of these as possible. Keep in mind that this is the ad here. You want to make it as long as possible. So you wanna make the length of the ad as big as possible. You're taking more real estate, which means the chance of people clicking increases the bigger the space is. Okay, you can here have the display. So for like after we add the final URL, we can add the display. So it's not gonna allow me to publish the ad without me actually putting the link. So all we need to do now is add more extensions, and then we click next. When we click next, we reach the budget. The budget, what we want to put as a daily ad spend. My recommendation is do not start with a big number and decrease it. Start with a small number, something that is not too big. Start with a number that is not too big. So if the ads do not work, it's gonna put you in a bad financial position. And something that is not too small, where it is insignificant to you. So I would say start with $10, $20 a day, and then increase it gradually. When you see a result, increase it step by step. So I would say, let's say we're going to start with $10 as a test. So here it is telling us that we're going to get 3 conversions a week. In many cases, we like this is just an estimation. So we usually get much better result than this with similar budget. But sometimes you'll notice that even if you put, this is way too big. Okay, sorry, this is $20. So you see that the number is just an estimation. Okay, so it's telling us the cost per conversion is $33. I think it is lower, and in many cases we're able to get a much lower cost per conversion. And the cost per conversion here is the cost to get one order. Then we click next, Okay. And then after we click next here, we can review the campaign. We can review all of these details. Of course, I don't want to publish this campaign, but now you know how to create Google Ads for your restaurant. As promised, here are 3 very important tips that will make your Google Ads a lot more profitable. So the first one, understand your average order value. How much do people spend every time they visit your restaurant? If you want to get customers online, look at the online average order value, or if you're looking for in person, look at the in-person average order value. So if people spend, let's say, like $30 or like $32 every time they visit your restaurant, or like 25 or whatever number it is, it does not make sense to you in the short term to get customers for $60. So like if you spend $60 and you get one customer, that means you're losing money. So make sure you calculate that number, the average order value, so you understand the customer acquisition cost. Like how much are you willing to spend to get one customer? And also look at the customer lifetime value. So let's say from the moment people learn or know about your restaurant till the last time they will ever order from your food, how much are they spending? So let's say people spend $500, $600, $700 at your restaurant in their lifetime. It could make sense to you to get a customer for $50. I don't know. So look at these numbers. Make sure that these numbers make sense and the acquisition cost makes sense to your business. You want to make sure that you're running profitable ads, especially with Google Ads. The second point that I want to mention, and that is super important, take phone calls very seriously. In my opinion, one of the most effective results out of Google Ads is phone calls. So take them very seriously. A lot of restaurant owners make the mistake of not picking up the phone calls that they get. That's a huge mistake. A lot of people like to order through their phones or like to reserve a spot at your restaurant. People like to interact with the restaurants over the phone. So make sure you pick up these phone calls that you get, especially from these Google Ads. Train your staff to pick up every phone call they get. So take phone calls super seriously. One thing I would do is I would go on Google Ads, look at the report editor and check the phone numbers that you're getting phone calls from and make sure you do not have a lot of missed calls and look at the duration of these calls as well. The third tip that I want to tell you about, visit the Google Transparency Center. Look at what other people are doing and learn from them. Do not copy their ads, but look at what they're doing. So the way they are writing their ads, whatever ads they are using, learn from them. Look at big brands. What are these big brands are doing? What type of ads are they running? So you can learn from them. Do not invent the wheel. Just learn from other people and model their success. And if you want us to run your ads and get you customers to your restaurant guaranteed, click the link below. We would love to talk to you.